Hello and welcome to the Too Much Time on Our Hands podcast. You're joining us on the stream and in your ears if you're not watching us on YouTube. But if you aren't watching us on YouTube, you can watch us on YouTube using your eyeballs. So maybe try that next time. Anyway, passive aggressiveness aside, it's the Too Much Time on Our Hands podcast, and we're going to be doing one of our favorite formats. In fact, I think it was one of the first formats that we ever did with Russ, which is searching questions. In fact, it may have been the first that we ever did with Russ. We are doing searching questions, which means that any answers we give tonight, if you are a fan of anything and you upkeep wikis and all that sort of stuff, anything we say tonight is the factual answer to that searching question and now needs to go into Wikipedia, the Encyclopedia Britannica, and Encarta 97.
Specifically 97.
Specifically 97.
You'll have to dig out those CD-ROMs, find a way of rewriting the content.
Absolutely. So before we get started, quick introductions. Russ, hello.
Sup?
Dan, hello.
Hi, Tom. Do you miss when we used to sing our way into searching questions? There was like a run of about a year.
Did we?
When we'd always like sing a song at the start of searching questions.
I remember you and I singing 7 Seconds Away in front of a... Yeah, I remember, there was always a sing song. Wasn't
there? We shouldn't do that now because it moved me to tears. So,
it would move me to tears. It would, too many memories. Too many memories. Yeah. And I am Tom. We are now going to be doing some searching questions. So, look, Dan, do you want to explain what a searching question is?
You got shitty questions about fucking TV shows and films and stuff, like stuff that you don't know the answers to.
Dan's feeling a bit chippy this evening.
You got inane questions about this shit. Have you got them? Is that what you've got? Then we've got the answers for you. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
So we're friendly.
We can answer any question about anything. Our expertise knows literally no bounds, and whatever we decide goes.
That's it. That's answered now. So genuinely, it's like pop culture questions about like silly little things that you've always wondered, but you've always been too scared to ask. Is what a early 2000s TV show would call it. But it's things like I always like freeze as soon as I have to think of some that we've asked, and we've done this about 20 times now. So
how do Transformers reproduce? Which one of the Fellowship of the Ring would be the most sensitive lover? Indeed, that was the first ever searching question we answered.
Yeah, we've just done some classics like Vampire or Werewolf.
Yeah. Are the X-Men a cult?
Yes. Is Hogwarts just a school for was it over
an elitist institution?
An elitist institution, that was it. How much money is in Scrooge McDuck's vault?
Yeah.
We actually tried to do maths for that one.
We did.
And it didn't work.
I don't know. I think what we did was we said, I think some people might have done maths about this, and then that's about as far as we got into the...
Yeah, I class that as doing maths.
Yeah. Thinking about the fact that somebody else may have once done some calculus. I think we mentioned pi.
If you took the limitless drug, what would your day involve?
Which one of the Infinity Stones would you most like to have?
Yeah.
Lightsaber or Infinity Stone? That was another one as well.
I want to know the answer to all these questions. I clearly can't remember what I said for any of them.
No, I can't.
Do you remember we worked out that if I had the Time Stone, Dan had a lightsaber, and you had something else, that by the end of the day I would have all of your things, and Dan would have Jacob Rees-Mogg's balls in his mouth.
That sounds like a really... I don't want that.
Well, of course, nowadays what you get is a little note saying, I tried to put my balls in your mouth, but unfortunately you weren't at work today. I hope to see you in the office so I can put my balls in your mouth soon.
I get to use the note.
Ah, yes. Ding.
I get to use the note. Ding, ding. Clever joke. Very topical, sir. Very topical.
There's been so many searching questions, and I can never remember. Are the trains on the island of Sodor being held against their will?
Yeah.
It's a creepy place, that, when you start to think
that
about
one that got bricked up in a tunnel, definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
Saddest little face I've ever seen on a train.
Fucking, it's unreal. It's like when you look back at the whole clip, unedited, it's fucked up.
It's fucked up.
It's just crazy.
It's really fucked up.
I swear we had more than that.
Thomas the Tank Engine. It's fucked up.
It's fucked up. I mean, obviously we've had Slash Fiction about Thomas the Tank Engine on
Thanks, Dan.
No, we haven't. I just deny that happened.
And that was fucked up. Man, next up on This Shit Is Fucked Up, This Shit Is Fucked Up. So
if you're watching, Dan, thanks for that one.
Yeah, thanks for that. I really appreciate it. Can't scrub those images out of my mind. Should we start with the question. Who wants to go first?
I don't mind.
Did we do introductions? Yeah, we did. Sorry, I've
Yeah, we
done
did
that. Yeah. I'm Tom. He's Russ. The other one's Dan. I don't mind going first. I've got,
Okay, go for it.
got one on there.
Go on.
Start with an easy one. Start with a gentle one. We'll ease ourselves into searching questions. Okay, so the kids' TV show Rainbow. Okay, I think we can all remember the theme song.
Yeah. Does anyone actually remember the non-rude version of the theme song though?
Probably not. Probably not these days. My question is, George is a hippo, right? Bungle's a bear.
Yeah.
Jeffrey, obviously a human man.
Yeah, I think I know where this is going. Yeah.
What the fuck is Zippy? What is that?
Zippy is realistically leftover fabric, right? Like that's what he is, right? Like that's oh shit, we've just got some of this left over and we need to make one person. Like
he's clearly by design though. Like or maybe I mean fuck it, I don't understand it. Like you've got a bear, a hippo, and a man, and then you've got this kind of oval-headed thing.
Zip penis.
Yeah.
Well, on top of which you've got their fucking rando friends that are just hanging out with them as well.
Yeah.
Rod, Jane, and Freddie.
Rod, Jane, and Freddie.
Just like every now and then go, we're still here. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Oh my god.
You've not said anything throughout like most of this, but now you're here. Fucking
Also,
hell,
I
Rod.
mean, this does get us to the next bit, which is like Jeffrey, George, Bungle, and Zippy all share the same bed.
Yeah.
But I think, like, wasn't it from a show that was so deeply in like the Nonce-ageddon period of British TV, it's actually fine.
Yeah, it's quite innocent.
There's nothing actually bad about
Those
Rainbow or anyone
animals
involved
are-
in it.
Yeah.
Nonce-ageddon.
I think that's what the BBC's official report referred to it as.
Surely it's nonce-gay. Everything is something gay.
Yeah, somebody has to do something that involves a gate, because you won't be able to call it gate, and then we'll finally
wanna
break
bet?
that ridiculous cycle. So some
they'll call
Tory
it gate in the
MP
gate face.
needs to get caught with his knob in a gate, and then they'll have to think of some other.
But then that would
something's
just
gone
be
on
Knobgate.
Yeah, it would be knob
I mean,
gay.
it literally would be Knobgate, wouldn't it?
Literally Knobgate. Although, yeah, like they couldn't call it Knobgate Gate.
It'll
Or
be
Gate
exterior,
Knobgate.
exterior entrance to the house gate or something like that. Yeah, just
Gap in a fence gate.
gap in a fence gate. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So what is Zippy? I mean, great. So he's like I
I
said,
think I
orange.
always sort of thought he was like an alien.
Yeah, so like Gonzo in the Muppets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he is just an oddity, really, isn't he?
I mean, I quite like Dan's explanation of just leftover fabric and someone had a long zip and they were like, hang on, guys, bear with me. Or that someone was trying to make a cat, ran out of fabric for the ears and just thought, whack a zip on that. And
Yeah,
we got
like
ourselves-
it was the work experience guy going, yeah, I can do a tiger, no problem. It's gone a bit.
I've so I couldn't find any actual teeth, so I've gone for like just a zip. Okay, well maybe we're going to go with it. Fine, it's too late now. We're rolling soon, but you are fucking fired. You're fucking fired. Get out of here. But like, it does seem a little bit like, and if you had this on your bingo card, congratulations. It is a bit. Everyone gets to design their own rainbow, like that kind of thing. You know, what about a hippo? What about like a pink hippo, blue eyes, has a funny voice? It's not only in Rainbow, but it's definitely in Rainbow.
Definitely in Rainbow.
I don't know. What about a creature with bright blue, terrifying eyes and a zip for a mouth? Yeah, we'll call him Zippy. It's definitely in Rainbow. Yeah. What about three guys that just hang out in the corner every now and then and just wave once in a while? Yeah, Rod, Jane, and Freddie, they are in as well. Yeah,
Love it.
let's
This
do
sounds like
yeah.
a fever dream.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, but we're going with it. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it's a really good idea. Let's go for it. Yeah.
You're quite right because Bungle's massive and looks like
Yeah.
looks
Bungle's
intimidating. Bungle's huge.
I'd totally forgotten about Bungle. That's the size. Yeah.
And still talks like, well, it's great to be here.
He's-
I mean, that's how I remember Bungle sounding. Is that close?
It's not a million
For
miles
me-
away, is it?
For me, Bungle's the one that actually reads the Ordnance Survey map when they're away. Like Bungle's the one that actually goes, no, we're lost. We're going to do this logically. And Tippy's like, oh fuck it, we'll find it eventually. And George is just going to go along with everyone. like whatever. He'll go with consistent.
Yeah, that's George, isn't it?
But Bungle's going to go, no, I think what we do here, in a calm voice, because he works for HR, what we're going to do here is we're going to stop, we're going to read the audience survey map, and we will get to, I don't know, the Beetle drive where they're driving the VW Beetle down to or whatever. Just, that's how I look at them. And Zippy's kind of like chaos incarnate. Zippy has like a zip, which says to me that he is like, in that day and age, just, you know, what, maybe 7-8 years after the heyday of punk rock as well. Zippy is punk. That's what Zippy is.
Zippy is
punk incarnate. Yeah, and then Bungle's the fucking Tory that they just happen to hang around with, and then like and then George is just the guy that they're trying to sway to vote in one way or another. I somehow made this political. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, you did a bit.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Jeffrey, totally not in control and off his tits. Just goes along with everything else that's going on, and every now and then expresses mild outrage.
Turns out all three of those people are actually just old school friends, and we're watching the whole thing through Jeffrey's eyes as he's just off his face the whole time.
It's just a mushroom hallucination.
What do you think I should do, Rod? Yeah. Oh, you're back. I see. Good.
Shut up, Zippy. I mean, that's the
My
next
name's
thing.
Gary.
yeah, whatever, Zippy. That's the other thing as well, though, is that, you know, they don't treat Zippy particularly well. Like if he goes off on one a little bit, you know, everyone has a rant every now and then, but Zippy gets his mouth physically zipped shut.
Yeah,
Like, it's biologically part of him, and they are grabbing hold of his mouth. And
Yeah, it's quite the violation, isn't it?
and it's not often that you see him actually unzipping his own mouth. I think
his little arms didn't reach up high enough.
One arm. Both George and Zippy only have one arm each. If you watch
Really?
it, it's incredibly
fucking in
freaky.
Rainbow, could they not afford 2 puppeteers? Like,
Well,
is that genuinely what happened?
You've got one in Zippy's head, and you've got the arm.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Fair point. Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, it looks weird when I'm trying to.
Looks
Which
weird
one's
when
the
they're
head?
naked. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. So I don't think we've cleared this up. Alien, is that what we're going for? Alien or excess fabric?
So then, going back on the whole alien thing, like, do aliens typically have zips for mouths?
Yeah.
Do aliens know what zips are?
Yeah.
Well, they might call it something else.
Hang on. Did Zippy come down to Earth and then some smartass claim to have invented the zip, having seen Zippy's mouth?
Or it was him. That's why they don't really do anything. They don't ever leave the house. They've seemed to have plenty of money to subsist.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe, yeah.
Maybe he's the zip magnate. You know, Zippy Industries.
Hire my friends again for an hour. Here's Rod, Jane, and Freddie. Just coming in. Yeah. Now send them away.
Yeah. Bye. Okay, cool. So, Alien?
Alien.
I
think.
reckon he was an alien.
Like, it would make sense.
Whether or not he originally was intended to be is probably by the by, but I think he ended up as an alien because that is closer than any terrestrial animal that I can think of.
I don't think he. I just don't think he's. I don't think they intended him to be an alien with a zip on his mouth.
I mean, he looks
just,
a little bit
I
like a
think you're
naked
right.
mole
I think he
rat.
was originally meant to be a lion. Or something
yeah,
like that.
Russ, I think is on
Yeah.
there. I think, I think he was meant to be something orange, so lion, leopard, tiger, something like that. And they fucked it up, and someone was just some clever bright spark was like, I've got an icon. I'm going to birth an icon. This thing you've made, zip on its mouth, saved it, and that was the guy.
Maybe it was the only way they could get the voice of Zippy to shut up, as well. Maybe like he just had like loads of like really horrific viewpoints, and they were just like, just we need him to shut up, zip his mouth, and he'd stay in character so much.
Like that, the puppet zip was sort of mechanically linked to some sort of device that physically shut the puppeteer's mouth.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
That's what I've heard anyway. That's the story I'm starting on the internet right now.
Well, there we go. I think we've solved that one.
Yeah, I think so as well.
All right, that one's put to bed, guys. Put to
Problem
bed.
solved. Update.
Done.
Someone update what we've got to update.
Yeah.
Wikipedia.
We'll get the
all that.
admin team on it.
Yep,
Nice.
cool. Paul Edge says rainbow characters disguised as a school.
Have you seen him? Can you help?
There we go.
There we
Right,
go.
who's next? Oh, just
I don't mind,
smash
Russ.
the mic.
I got one. Do you got one?
I've got one. Yeah,
Go for it.
Do you got one?
I do got one. So clearly, we're all absolute legends, obviously.
Yeah,
Total Edge. Yeah.
yeah, total edge.
What would you like your legend to be when people talk about you and they say, that's the guy who what? So I'm thinking like, Han Solo is the guy that did the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs. What do you want your equivalent of that to be?
This is a good question.
There's a lot of possibility here.
Yeah.
I think realistically, I'd like to be known as Dan. He did a podcast every day for 4 years or something like that. Something silly like that.
Yeah, I
say
mean,
realistic.
that is
so
literally just your
thinking
life,
small.
though.
So
Yeah,
thinking
pretty
small. Like, I mean,
Or Dan, always got value from his Cineworld ticket. Cineworld
Yeah,
pass.
he really rinsed
yeah.
that. Really rinsed
Yeah,
that pass.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. If I go see 2 films a month, it's worthwhile. So yeah, always got value from Cineworld pass. I think would be a good one.
That could be like your headstone. Here lies Dan. Really, really made his money out of that Cineworld pass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I have tremendous difficulty working out how to use the slow cooker correctly. And as a man, I think the legend of Tom, he who worked out how to use the slow cooker, I think is quite powerful, because I don't think any other
Without
men are
referring to
gonna
the instruction leaflet.
without referring to the instructions.
Mm.
And verily one day did he cook a slow-cooked casserole that tasted not only excellent, but was so potent it made his wife pregnant, or something like that. It was just such a manly casserole infused with manly juices from actually working out how a fucking slow cooker works.
Remind me never to.
Yeah,
Go to
I'm not
Tom's
having
house for a
any,
casserole.
casserole, actually, Tom. I think.
I mean, what? I'm infusing it with my juices. That's what Jamie Oliver does.
It's a very thick, rich, and creamy sauce. It's a bit tacky,
Oh, bechamel!
Yeah. And it's done. And
Bollocks.
serve.
Kids, dinner's ready.
Oh Christ, no, don't eat it, Jolie. Eat it.
oh dear.
Well, that's horrific.
There we go. That's awful. It's not the best legend, but it's probably the one I'll get.
I mean, I think that is now going to follow you around.
Yeah, that's going to follow me around. I just sincerely hope none of my colleagues are watching this tonight. I mean, how many viewers have we got? 3, 4, maybe one of them
Yeah,
is.
he apparently weaponizes slow cooked casseroles to get ladies pregnant. Yeah, I don't know how it works either, but he's apparently successful.
I've just been watching these YouTube videos on, funny enough, YouTubers with like unreal backstories. And Tom, you've now become one of these. This video has just become one of those videos. They didn't get many views, but the story of Tom's casseroles is legendary.
I mean, one day there's going to be a biography, like one of those hour-long specials.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my rise to fame. The casserole will be probably the third quarter, and then my inevitable downfall after that as well. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Russ, it was your question, but you must have a good idea for a legend.
So I think, without changing anything else about myself, I would like people to refer to me as the one man that John Wick is afraid of. without changing anything about my appearance, my physique, my age, my weight, my complete lack of physical ability to do anything. But just everyone's, John, the one, he's the one guy that John Wick wouldn't mess with. And I'll just be like, all right.
What did you do with a pencil? Well, just
drew
things with it.
I want the intro sequence to that. There's only one man, that John Wick is afraid of, and it zooms in on you on like Weymouth Beach in a pair of speedos,
Yeah.
just like trying to like get your kids to listen to you or something. Just just like, no, don't eat the sand. Just like
Oh my god, they eat so much sand.
dad bod, ass crack. Just fucking.
Yeah.
John Wick pissing himself. Yeah. One ball idly flops out the side of your speedos. It's
An
terrifying.
uncontrollable fart popping out as you're stretching. Yeah.
We call him Ballbag Yagu. But was it Baba Yaga? Ballbag
Baba
Yaga.
Yaga.
Ballbag Jaeger.
Ballbag Yaga. That's a good legend, man. Yeah.
I mean, it's
kinda
no,
want to-
it's no biological casserole, but it'll have to do.
It's interesting how that got away from me.
It's clearly something that's been on your mind and was going to come out in the first answer you gave, no matter what. Yeah, I think it's very much like when you're just expressing your manly juices into the slow cooker, as they recommend.
No. Yeah. Incidentally, that's how I got it working. It just started working. Okay, good. 3 excellent question. Loved that.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. Who's next?
I'll go next. Okay. How do we think the pandemic affected Trotter's independent trading?
Well, they're millionaires now. Oh no, they're not. They lost it all.
I mean,
Probably
he
bad.
was definitely selling like napkins from the cash and carry as fully accredited PPE.
Yes, I'm. So that was going to be my first point. Was I genuinely think the Tories went to him for PPE?
But yeah, probably very little happened to him. He, bumped into the local Peckham MP
Down the nag's head. Yeah.
and this is now how they are millionaires from selling unusable PPE to the NHS.
Do you think Matt Hancock used to do that thing where he would speak to reporters, then turn and run away wearing tiny shorts? I reckon he accidentally, like, I don't know, tripped up or bashed into Del Boy as he was running away, felt so bad about it, noticed what was going on in the suitcase. Oh, look, there's some knockoff PPE there, wicked. And that was it.
Yeah,
Matt
lovely.
Hancock looped him into a
Here's
juicy
10 million
government
quid,
contract.
no questions asked. I'm off to fondle a lady's bum in a really awkward manner.
Even though my
Rodney,
own
you
government
plonker.
has prohibited it. Yeah.
Rodney, you plonker, you sold them the ones with the holes in.
Please,
you,
Giselle, Rodney by Plonker.
I'm assuming everyone's seen that the CCTV footage of Matt Hancock with the Alan Partridge dialogue over the top.
Yeah.
Oh, that is lovely.
Do you mind if I talk? It keeps the wolf from the door.
From the door.
What do you think about the pedestrianisation of Norwich City Centre? Because I'm dead against it.
Jax's biological casserole sounds like a worm's weapon.
Yeah, doesn't it? Yeah. Coming soon to the next Worms game. Whatever that is. Worms Golf.
So I think they're clearly, like Paul says, they're clearly loaded again. Boise got a Tory government contract. Dell shipped in 200,000 bin bags as PPE and pocketed 2.4 billion.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That explains the deficit.
yeah, definitely. I can definitely see that. That's kind of where I was going to go with it as well. That they sold knockoff PPE.
It fits.
Yeah.
You know, it really fits. It's like, I've got a gap in the market, Rodders. What? Dell? What are those? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a classic Christmas special storyline there, I think.
Has anyone
Knockoff-
watched
yeah.
any Only Fools and Horses lately? Because I'm slightly worried that it's actually rubbish.
It's not. I think it actually is quite good.
I don't think it is, though.
I
is it?
haven't watched it recently.
There are some really excellent episodes.
Yeah.
And it's still, I don't know. From what I've watched, every now and I mean, I don't watch a lot of them. I can still go back to watching the one where they do become millionaires after finding the watch in the garage.
It's the Harrison watch, isn't it?
The Harrison watch, yeah, and it's wonderful. It's so moving, and that's how it should have ended. Like, it should have ended on that one. They shouldn't have brought it back. Fuck
Yeah.
popular demand. But there are some classic episodes. I mean, the whole episode of that There's that one bit that's really famous where he falls through the gap in the bar. But that whole episode of him and Trigger and Rodney like out on the town trying to
They try to go to the wine bar, don't they?
trying to go to the wine bar. I mean, it's brilliant. It's so funny. The bits that aren't that funny are actually when in the earlier days when it was actually quite gritty at points, like with gangland conflicts, like with sort of Cray-like gangsters and stuff. And Boise was horrible. Like he was so horrible.
Yeah,
I'm
he was
really
like he
glad
was always
they
like
toned it
winning
down a
like
bit.
loads of money off them at poker because he cheats and then
Just as he
like
could.
threatening to get their arms broken and stuff. He sort of got softened over the years,
Yeah,
didn't
and good thing too, because actually the more heartwarming it got, the more it wormed its way into the hearts of millions.
he? But I could listen to Trigger explaining about how his broom is the same broom as he's always had forever. And actually, it's mainly Trigger stuff. Thinking about it,
Yeah, no, you're right. I could watch Trigger fuck Rodney like just constantly.
if it's a little boy, they're going to call it Rodney after
Off
Dave.
That broom bit is excellent. Like giving some council worker a medal for having the same broom, only for that person to then discuss the fact that it's had like 15 new handles, 20 odd new heads. It's like at no point is this the same broom.
But it also managed to completely ruin the ending of WandaVision, where they're talking about the ship of Theseus, and everyone our age in the UK is going, "Oh, that's
Trigger's broom.
That's Trigger's broom."
Exactly,
Spoilers.
yeah.
Spoilers.
There's going to be some spoilers for Spider-Man, Tom. I hope you're okay with that.
I mean, I might mute it.
Sure.
I might mute you guys.
Okay.
I mean, I'm fine with it because we've seen it now.
Yeah.
I've got a quick searching question. If we feel like we put this one to bed,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, go for it.
it feels like we need a little jingle for quick searching question.
Question.
It's searching. It's a quick searching question. The jingle's
Actually,
longer
I
than
think
the question.
I think for a quick searching question, the jingle should be ridiculously long. So just like a proper starts with like a drum beat. Keyboards come in. Ding 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 ding
Searching.
ding 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 ding. No
Searching.
vocals yet.
Oh, sorry.
We've got
Yeah.
another 30 seconds before the vocals come in.
I
And then it
want
breaks
just
down
like a
again.
sustained high string note that goes
Yeah.
on for about a minute and a half.
Yeah. And then yeah.
Quick.
And then
Searching question.
yeah.
Quick. Searching question.
Yeah. The whole jingle lasts about 10 minutes. And then the searching question lasts about a minute.
It's going to
That's
last
what I'm putting
way less than
forward
that.
Okay.
And quick searching question. Banana Man. What happens if he eats a man?
Presumably he turns into a banana.
But he's already a banana. He's a banana man. So what happens if he eats a man?
Is he Banana Man when he eats a man? Or is he Eric?
Interesting. Let's do Eric first, and if it
So
gets a bit weird,
Eric eats a banana, he becomes Banana Man, right?
yeah, eats a man.
Presumably then
Man
he becomes
Banana?
Man Man.
Or
Man
banana.
banana. And what does a man banana look like?
He wouldn't become a man banana. If he's a man who eats a banana,
okay,
he
yeah,
becomes
no,
Banana
you're right,
Man.
you're right, you're
So
right.
if he's a
I'm
man
gonna
who
say
eats a
that.
man, surely he becomes Man Man.
And man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is like a man-themed superhero, which sounds appalling.
It sounds like I wouldn't want to be friends with him, if I'm honest with you. It's just
What if it's a sensitive man?
Man
woke
suggests it's
man?
not going to be
His
sensitive.
superhero name is like Beta Cuck.
Man suggests it's going to be
Simp man.
a 5'9" skinny bald guy with wearing nothing but Stone Island gear, and with a chip on their shoulder about absolutely everything, and you wouldn't want to be friends with them because they're not much fun to be around when they're drunk.
Well, it sounds like you just described me, so awkward. No, I'm kidding. I just wanted to pay. This is obviously a charity T-shirt, Dan.
Yeah.
So thank you, thank you.
So I'm actually something of a legend.
Something of a legend. Slow
Yeah.
cookers. Figured them out.
High
them all out.
spunk in them.
Yeah. No, just in the casseroles.
Okay. Sorry, silly me.
Yeah. So, okay,
Chocolate
what
in
if
the
it's
chili, spunk in the casserole.
spunk in the casserole? Simple. It's easy. Gordon Ramsay, he knows what I'm talking about. So what if it's Banana Man eating a man?
He'd become Man Banana Man.
Yeah.
Man Banana Man.
He basically just becomes...
He's just a banana in the middle.
I think we can shorten this down to just banana cunt, if I'm honest with you. So.
No, okay, so right, because in Batman you've got Batman,
Yes.
and you've also got Man Bat.
Yes.
So why in Banana Man can't we have Man Banana?
Okay, because Man Bat is a man that's been experimented on with bat DNA. Okay,
So we need to start experimenting on men with banana DNA.
Batman is a man that goes out dressed up as a Batman.
Right.
He goes out dressed up as a Batman.
Well, he doesn't go out dressed up as a bat, does he? Really?
So
He goes out dressed as a Batman. So,
He's more cat than bat, isn't he, in his actual costume?
So
Yeah.
Banana Man becomes... So Eric becomes Banana Man by eating a
Yeah.
banana and basically transforms into someone completely different. So if Banana Man then ate a man, I think we would probably come to the conclusion that he would turn into Man Man and would be even
If
worse.
he's-
Banana
if
Man
he's
himself is a bit of a
Banana
cock.
Man eating a man, then the banana element is still there.
Or it could just be Cannibal Man.
No, he's still gonna have a banana thing. He'll be Banana Man, just with like a little, like.
So let's point out that
Go
this
see
baseball
quick
cap.
searching question is rapidly hitting the 5-minute mark and showing no signs of coming to a conclusion.
Okay, so we've decided when Eric eats a banana, he becomes Banana Man. When Eric eats a man, he just becomes Man Man.
Yeah.
And when Banana Man eats a man, he becomes Man Banana Man.
Okay, I got another question.
And that's the
So
end
what-
of quick questions. So you need to play the 10-minute theme song again.
What if Banana Man eats a banana?
What?
What if Banana Man eats a banana?
Banana Man.
It becomes Banana
Very
Man.
difficult to say.
Banana. Yeah, Banana
Banana
Man.
Banana Man, yeah.
Banana
You're right, that is difficult to say. Yeah.
Banana
Yeah,
Banana Man.
Banana Man.
Or Banana Man Banana.
Yeah. There you go.
Banana Man. Banana.
So here's another
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
What happens if a banana eats Eric?
Well, see, we're just getting silly now.
Sorry,
I
my
mean,
bad.
presumably that
Yeah.
would be Man Banana.
There you go.
So that would be Man Banana, right? So what's Man Banana about?
Well, he's a banana
Yeah.
who is a man-themed superhero, but presumably two other bananas.
So it's a banana in a man
In a
costume,
man costume.
basically. Yeah.
That's
Alright.
fucking terrifying.
Yeah, that's kind of
by the
scary.
way.
It's a bit like my friend Pedro, isn't it? It's a bit weird.
Yeah.
It's all gone a bit strange. Okay, cool. Done. Thanks.
Sorted.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate
put
it.
that one's bed.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
That's done. I'll just delete that one. There we go.
There we go. Nice.
And
Sorted.
delete.
Russ?
Who is next?
Right. Let's see. So I'm going to skip. So I've got a Spider-Man adjacent, but no, I'm going to go to this next one. So keeping it topical, and I'm in I think agreement with this. Tractors need their own dedicated like video hub site, because who wouldn't want to just go and watch some hot tractor action? I'm going to put my hands up a bit now. I watch videos of tractors on YouTube,
Whoa. Russ.
sometimes in public.
Whoa.
What? You don't do it at work, though, do you?
But what I find annoying and disappointing is when you don't get autoplayed onto another tractor video and it goes off onto something else.
Like pornography or something.
Yeah, something boring like that.
Yes.
So I think there should be dedicated sites that bring together all of this hot Massey Ferguson content.
Yeah.
So clearly, I mean, I think it basically goes without saying, tractors need one. You know, I've seen videos on YouTube of people power washing tractors, of like time-lapse videos of fields getting combine harvested, all sorts of absolute filth like that, and it's amazing. So what else do you want a dedicated video hub site for, where it's going to be nothing but that 24/7 anytime you go on there, with all the hottest, you know, newest, rawest content pushed to the very top of your feed?
I mean, this is very compelling. Yeah, I watched a documentary about people who fall in love with objects, things. Is there going to be anything slightly outrageous? I mean, are we going to get any of those videos of, men and women sort of coming out from under a tractor with oil all over their face? Is that kind of stuff? Or is it literally
Only
just...
if we're getting them to then like take the camera under the tractor and show us how they were just changing the oil. That's all I'm interested in. Just tractors.
It's literally just the tractors. Yeah. Okay.
Big. So what other topics would you like to have a similar site set up for?
I would like one for like minute long maximum monster truck videos.
Yes.
Like any longer than that, I'm probably going to get bored.
Don't want to see any interviews with any of the people involved in the monster truck community.
As far as I'm concerned,
they are terrifying.
Sentient, and they're doing all this themselves.
Yep, absolutely.
Literally, the video starts. It's the start of the monster truck race. The video ends. It's the end of the monster truck race. That's it. That's all I really care about.
Maybe just a little snippet from the commentator going, "Holy shit!" and then that's it. Yeah. It's done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I want them to all be in one place, so that every time I feel like, you know what I fancy? A 1 minute monster truck video.
Yeah, that's all you get, just back to back, nothing but 60-second long monster truck clips.
But what I want to be able to do is it to be a different monster truck video every time I look at it.
Oh yeah, I mean, you would have to sign in and create a profile, but obviously it would remember your watch history and dismiss videos that you'd previously seen.
Yeah, that's what I want. Paul says, not even joking, TikTok is great for that. Tractoring, tractor maintenance, and every fifth one is someone trying to flog their ploughing only fans.
No, so yeah, like TikTok is great for that sort of thing, but annoyingly,
it really is.
Yeah, every now and then your stream of tractor videos gets interrupted by some fucking woman in lingerie inviting you to come and see her naked, and who is interested in that?
That reminds me, Tom.
That is only the algorithm.
Yeah,
that's only the algorithm serving you stuff that you are interested in. So don't blame TikTok for the attractive lady every now and then, Russ.
Genuinely,
Kiki Mare.
I didn't send that video.
Right, well, who the fuck took control?
I just want to stress that. I have no idea what happened. I figured I'll do it in public because I'm not ashamed. But I didn't send you that video of that woman doing that thing with her.
So just to clarify, Dan does an incredibly good job of looking after our social media feeds.
Yeah, I do nothing on TikTok though. There is one thing that I can. Yeah.
Does nothing on TikTok, and all of a sudden, about 3 or 4 days ago, I think it was 3 or 4 days ago,
I sent it to 5 people, Tom.
I get a direct message on TikTok from the TMT OOH account, and I think,
I'm going to start doing some stuff on TikTok for it.
Dan sounds like it, yeah.
And I think to myself, Dan shared me something. Of course, what I'm greeted with is some.
And you're like, children, gather round. My friend Daniel has sent us something amusing.
And it's
eat your casserole.
And it's some a very lovely lady in lingerie playing a board game, I think, wasn't it, or something?
I don't remember.
Or like playing with a glove puppet or something. It was really strange, and I was like, I watched it, and I was like, and there's the man part of me that went nice, and then there was the other part of me which was like, I immediately texted Dan and was like, was that you that just sent me that? I mean, if so, bravo. And Dan's like,
to the point where I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. But then I looked, and it says I've sent it to 5 different people, and I'd sent 5 messages going, I honestly didn't send that. I have no idea what that is.
Absolutely excellent. Absolutely excellent.
I'm glad it exists. I don't know, but I didn't send it to other people, so yeah.
No, fair dues. I would like a sort of, tube-like video service, like platform, to be set up. So I'm a man of a certain age and a man with certain interests. And up in the loft, like many men my age with the same interests as me, there is a box filled with some action figures, some toys that I bought way after the kind of acceptable time to be buying toys that I'm not allowed to have on display. And what I want is a service of men like me going up into their lofts, when the wife doesn't know what they're doing. Like, I'm just going up to the loft for a few minutes to sort something out, just very tearfully staring at this box of wonderful toys that they're not allowed to put anywhere.
Nice, yeah. It'd be quite heart-rending, that one.
Yeah, I think I like to find I kind of like to watch in the middle of the day. I like to watch something either really funny or something that almost moves me to tears, because I like to use that as a way of reminding myself where my neutral, heartless bastard level is. I'm like, oh, that was really funny. I'm really happy. Right, okay, so now I have to tone that down. Or I'm really sad now and stuff, but I can't feel anything, so I'm just going to be I'm going to be the apex unfeeling. Yeah, so that I think that would be quite nice. I think, yeah, and it's like one of those plastic see-through boxes, so you can kind of just see
little
what it was
forlorn
you used
figures
to have.
inside, sort of
Yeah,
yearning
like
for freedom.
there's that Qui-Gon Jinn action figure I'm not allowed
Paul,
anywhere.
Paul does bring up an interesting point, which is that TikTok is perfect for all of this shit. Like, TikTok is incredibly addictive. Like, it is ridiculous how much time I could waste on TikTok now.
I mean, I again, you don't get dedicated content to just things, no matter
No.
how narrow you tell it your interests are. Also, I mean, I'm not signing up to TikTok. I mean, come on, I'm nearly 40.
I've
sign up, man.
I'm nearly 40. I'm nearly 40.
Sign
I'm fucking
up.
40, and I am on TikTok.
You could be watching this.
You're on
man.
TikTok for professional purposes.
Yeah, but I'm also on TikTok for other reasons.
Yeah,
So
I'm on TikTok because it's fun.
Tom is not a million miles away from like the extremely saucy genre of middle-aged men with their train sets, which is crying out for this sort of service, really. Building train sets, running train sets, refurbishing train sets.
That's true.
One of my favourite things on TikTok is the model car restoration videos.
Oh my god, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that.
I know,
with me.
right? They're so the noises as well, as he's like pushing things out as well. There's like an ASMR kind of like quality to it.
Seriously, and I know I keep banging on this guy, but watch My Mechanics on YouTube.
Send us the link, and I'll watch it.
It's
I'm
it's
into
incredible.
this shit.
Absolute. It's nothing but wordless, absolutely hot restoration action.
While I'm talking about favourite TikToks, there is a person on TikTok whose whole account, he does other things as well, but mostly what he does is people send him a clip of people watching a TV in a film or a TV show where there's a sports game on, and he works out what the sports game is in that TV show or film. It is fucking amazing. I blitzed through about 20 of these videos the other day. I was go, well, I need to know now I've never watched House of Gucci, but I need to know what football game they are watching in the background of House of Gucci and stuff like that. It is amazing, and he works it out every single. I'll send you a link. It is fucking amazing. I love it.
I'm going to send you a link to a good starter one for My Mechanics. It's a hand cranked hammer drill that he restores.
Oh, and the other thing I like on TikTok's the guy who slags off the arts and crafts videos. So,
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I also
fucking spiders.
the other thing I like on the other thing I like on TikTok, I don't know if you've seen it. It took me by utter surprise because I haven't seen anything that tickled me quite so much. There's this series called The Man in the Box, and it always has at the top of the screen. It's like kind of in a letterbox, like black. The stuff what's going on in the middle, and then at the side it just says the most depressing man ever, and it's literally just this guy who's obviously some kind of like night watchman who just sits in a box, and he talks in this kind of dreary sort of voice like this, and they're only about a minute or a minute and a half long, but it's always him going, well, last night I decided to take a look in the waste paper bin, but of course all I found in there was the receipt I'd discarded last night from my sandwich. And then I started. Honestly, you have to. I'll find a link and send it to you. But it's so clever. It's really very funny stuff, and it's just the dude in the box. Very, very funny.
Awesome.
I mean, it obviously doesn't sound like comedy gold when I'm describing it, but it is very funny. The latest one is him explaining how the seat he's on is giving him back pain, and he finds a review. And he's just going. And he's like, I'm in pain, and I found this review of this chair. And it says, look, 1 star, offers no spinal support at all. Like, he just never changes his expression, never changes the pitch of his voice, and it always ends on a dreary fade out. It's excellent. It's so funny. Anyway, yeah.
Nice.
So I might do that actually. I might go up to my loft and might just go, this is all the stuff I'm not allowed in my house. Put it on TikTok and watch the
good.
TikTok cash millions roll in.
I mean, also
Yes, you
clearly,
sitting-
this is when you're not live streaming 3D printing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I haven't done that actually. I had some people over today purely to come over and talk to me about 3D printing.
Is that, or did they come over actually for like a cup of tea and to catch up? And you were
Honestly,
like, Jeff, let me show you my 3D printer.
They came over specifically to talk about the 3D printer because they were wondering whether
Was
or
it
not
like
to get...
two sort of smudge-faced little children knocking at the door going, Mister, is this the house where you do 3D printing?
Come on in, kids. It certainly is. Welcome to my factory of filament.
In 8 to 10 hours, this little box could be yours.
Yeah. Yes. No, it was actually the parents of, well, parents of a kid I know. It's not, no. My friends' kids are interested in getting into 3D printing and they wanted to come over and find out more about it. So I honestly...
So you are using your 3D printer to lure in the neighbourhood children?
No, I'm trying to spread the word. I'm trying to
Come
spread...
with me,
and you'll be in a world
of pure imagination.
I just imagine you like at like
Little child, what would you dream of?
be like at PTA meetings and stuff like that. Be like, yeah, I'd just like to would actually like to announce that I do in fact have now a 3D printer. Don't know if the school can make use of that, but
Is that anything
you
I
know,
can do
I'm
with
open
that?
for
Yeah.
commissions.
Just provide the filament and I'll do it for you. Yeah, that's fine.
Easy.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sorry, I'm just breaking open my plastic pencil case.
Icon Jin's lightsaber here. Just waiting for paint. You know, it's if you want to come in and have a look at the printer, it's yours. You know, come on in. Come and have a look. No? Oh, all right, fine. Yeah, right.
Next time, next time.
Next time you're walking past.
Yeah, you're in a hurry. You seem to be walking quicker, if anything, now.
Out,
I'll see you then.
Yeah.
In like where is I am to ask you an actual question about 3D printing? Like how sort of noisy is it? Could you kind of like work in there with it whirring away in the background, or is it just like too distracting?
The little one you can. The little one is just the delta heads for some reason, the ones that move on the arms, are quite relatively quiet. You can do it, but the big boy behind me, yeah, that one's fan, the cooling fan on it just gets a bit incessant. So if you're doing a long print, after a couple of hours, it's like, oh, fucking hell, I just need to get out of here. Yeah, and so I tend to do that when I'm either not working in here or overnight. For some of the
Don't you ever try and squash the delta heads? The delta heads will always prevail.
The delta head's quite, it's a surprisingly efficient way of printing. It's mesmerising to watch the delta heads at work, but
Isn't it just?
But the Z-axis printers are all equally good. It's just different ways, different ways, different likes, different, just different. Thanks for asking that, Ross. I really appreciate it. That you will never understand how much I appreciated you asking that.
I have a searching question.
Go for it.
Is it about 3D printing?
It is not. It is not.
Not.
So I don't know whether have you guys seen the latest Jurassic World trailer?
Yeah.
Where dinosaurs are now roaming the Earth, basically, and it seems like it's a massive fucking deal. Like, oh my god, dinosaurs are loose. What are we to do with the dinosaurs? They are now free. There are dinosaurs everywhere. Now, for starters, like it's a handful of dinosaurs to start with anyway. So like, it's probably set 5-6 years afterwards. My genuine question is, how much of an issue would it be that dinosaurs were roaming around compared to, I don't know, climate change?
I don't know. I think dinosaurs roaming the world would be more of an immediate threat than climate change.
But there's not that many of them, and they're fucking dinosaurs. They just like we could, if
We
there
could
were a
take 'em.
concern, we could find a way to take dinosaurs down here.
They are just animals. And if there's one thing that the human race has proved itself very good at, it is driving species of animals to extinction and beyond.
Yeah.
So I'm sure if we really, and like we did that accidentally in most cases, if we were actually trying, I'm sure we could fuck up a species pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I was going to say, I thought you were going to say we accidentally did it once when we made the dinosaurs extinct with that asteroid, and I was like, I don't understand how you think we did that with the asteroid.
It's it was
We've
a bunch
taken
of,
you out once, we'll do it again.
There's a bunch of miners, as in people that drill things, and
But then,
I
like,
think
the
we got
Jurassic
it.
Park dinosaurs are a bit like different, aren't they? Like the Velociraptors are like actual psychopaths.
they are, but
Apart
there's
from
still
the
not
ones
that
that-
many of them.
Chris Pratt
Like-
is friends with.
Yeah.
That never sat right with me. Like, oh, I've made friends with this hyper-intelligent, merciless killing machine.
Well, I think
Oh, that's good.
he
Well
earned
done.
her respect, didn't he? And
How?
as far as I can tell, this new one is going to be him and that Velociraptor teaming up to rescue its baby
I think so. Yeah.
That's
with Jeff Goldblum.
Okay. Jack's come up with an interesting point. Cow shit is a big contributor to climate change. If anything, those big herbivores would be making it worse.
I mean,
I don't think
that-
there's that many of them. The problem with cows
That's
is
true.
there's so many of them, and there's so many of them because we like to eat meat.
yeah, that's true. I mean, unless we started breeding apatosaurs on an industrial scale,
Yeah.
like, cow shit would not be a contributor to climate change if there was just the naturally occurring amount of cows in the world.
Yeah.
But we take them and we breed billions of them,
Yeah.
which
Because we like burgers.
is the
So,
problem. I mean, but
yeah.
I mean, pretty much anything you drill it down, it's people are the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I think so the whole film is based on the fact that dinosaurs being unleashed into the world is a massive fucking problem. Whereas realistically,
It'd just be pretty cool.
it'd be all right. Yeah, it'd be all right. The problem, but then there's still have climate change, which is actually a massive problem. Like
Maybe
if
somehow the presence of
dinosaurs-
dinosaurs would fix climate change.
if dinosaurs just appeared tomorrow, the scientists would be like, "Holy shit, dinosaurs are here!" But seriously, guys, can we start focusing on climate change because that's a really big problem.
Yeah, I hear you, Steve, but apparently dinosaurs are back, and we're going to freak out about that for a while now, actually.
Exactly, yeah. There's like a real element of don't look up to it, isn't there? I suppose with that. So yeah, Jack says only there's raptors in the first the proper psychopaths. All the others are just kind of regular carnivores because they have a functional social system. See, they'll be fine. They've got
I
TikTok.
mean, they are just animals, and for the most part, animals will leave you alone if you're not bothering them.
it said
But yeah,
social
the
system,
raptors
not
are
social
like
media.
evil.
It said social system, not social media.
No, that was a joke, Tom.
I know it was brilliant. But I was just,
Yeah.
I was trying to get in on the joke because I thought it was really funny. It was-
Also,
the
I
ones
think
in
they do-
worlds-
I can't remember how much they talk about this in the films, but like certainly in the book of Jurassic Park, and you really have to read the novel to appreciate the full nuance of the story. The like they do make a point of going, these aren't real. This is not what they were actually like. We've made these. It's
Yeah,
mainly
it's the Disneyland
their
version.
DNA, but we've patched it together. We've done things to make them look bigger and scarier and more impressive. And then, like in the there's that whole in Jurassic World, they've like, well, visitor numbers are down a bit, so we've made the biggest, most terrifying killing machine in the world ever. Right? That's what you logically do when your
promoted.
park's flagging a bit. They did it at
have this
Chessington.
pay rise. Yeah, they made the vampire. Do you remember the vampire ride at Chessington?
Yeah,
Roller
Yeah, that was
coaster.
brilliant.
Very fun. Yeah, Chessington was I always thought was like the budget one, Thorpe Park and Alton Towers felt a bit cut above. Chessington was a bit like, just stick that roller coaster over there.
It did have
make it
Professor
out of wood.
Burt's Bubble Works, though, didn't it?
It did, which was looking very tired by the time. I mean, I remember going back maybe about 8 or 9 years ago and thinking, this looks a bit worn out now.
Yeah. Also, like you're pretty much guaranteed to get salmonella if a drop of that
Yeah.
touches you.
Yeah, everyone putting their hands up, and they're like immediately their arms crystallizing in the water. Like, ah!
So Jack says the ones in world are a bit different because Pratt raised them, so it's kind of similar to people that kind of integrate.
Yeah, he has
full packs in real
a
life.
grudging respect with them, doesn't he? He's a
Yeah,
Bond.
I hope it ends like what's I hope sad that it ended this way. The guy who goes back to the bear that then mauls him. Like I would kind of hope that the Jurassic World, like he tries to make friends. They'll go, look, I've saved your kid, and then the raptor just tears him to shit.
Doesn't American Dad do that with Roger and a wolf?
Yes, yeah.
The wolf literally tears him to
With
pieces.
Werner Herzog doing the voiceover at the end.
He also says, although me talking about Jurassic is almost about Dan and the 85 Bears, go Bears. And Paul Edge says, they may be delicious. If they offer me better CO2 to food ratio, count me in for some Diplodocus meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it going there. Yeah, a lot of meat.
I'm just saying, if we woke up tomorrow and there was dinosaurs knocking about. By the way, I have been watching the Ricky Gervais and Carl Pilkington podcasts. That's why I'm saying like knocking about. Like, then I don't think that's the end of the world. Whereas climate change literally could be the end of the world. So
Nah, it's just going to get nicer. The weather'll be hotter. It'll be lovely.
yeah, that's what the newspapers seem to think at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah. Fun in the
Hotter
sun.
than Marbella. Hotter than Marbella every year. Hotter than Marbella. Yeah, okay. But we should acknowledge that's weird, right?
No, it's a reward.
You see, we're getting some more of that
Yeah.
that Sahara Desert blood rain
now we've
coming
got
soon.
nice weather. What was that? Sorry, Russ.
You know, we get all that weird, like the sand from the Sahara falling down in rain here. It's coming again this week.
Yeah. Something I've never
That's
experienced
normal.
in my life.
Yeah, it's the way it's
Ever.
It's,
But
it's
that-
the,
yeah.
the government decided we needed more sort of sandy beaches and stuff over here, so they've set up a very clever system where rain brings the sand to
Parachute
us.
in new sand.
We don't have to go over there and bring it back in, buckets. It just
Which is how all of Britain's beaches were originally established.
exactly. It's crazy when you think about it. The pictures of the place before all the sand. Wow. I mean, God, I can't believe it. Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, so this has happened like the second time this year, an event that I've never ever seen happen in this country, as far as I can remember.
Well, it blows back, doesn't it? It gets sucked back up into the air and they take it back. It's just
It's
coming
the
over.
sand
for
cycle.
holidays. Yeah,
It's coming over for a holiday. There's sand coming over here.
yeah.
No passports.
I bet they don't even speak English, those granules. Oh dear, we've got a gammon.
Jack says, "Can you imagine how bad a Brachiosaurus fart would smell?" Oh my god, yeah.
I mean, they say that those things had to they just ate all day, didn't they? That was the only way they could keep that massive body powered. And apparently they reckon, because they find them in the skeletons, don't they? Like big rocks. They ate big rocks to help break down all of the trees and wood and stuff they were
Yeah,
eating.
we've all been there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Russ had a big steak for lunch, so he'll be out in the garden eating some of those.
Well, I mean,
pebbles.
to be honest, it's the carnivores that are the smelly ones in the animal world. Most
Meat farts.
herbivore byproducts is actually not that bad.
I got questions from other people. Jack, I hope you're not offended, but we're going to hold fire on the Spider-Man question until Tom's actually watched it.
I appreciate that. Sorry, I just muted myself. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I can lend it to you, by the way, if you want. Paul says sand shortage is actually one of the world's biggest problems and is a major contributor to global warming. If Duncan were here, this would be as cute to crap on about seagrass, and he's not. So we're clear on this one. That's fine. It's Jack's second question though, because Eternals established that what ancient cultures thought of the gods were actually them. How do the ancient Greeks, Egyptians gods, as shown in Moon Knight and Thor, fit into things, especially considering that Mark Spector actually went into an Egyptian afterlife? Does that mean everyone goes there? I think you have to believe in like that specific god, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, like it does open, because the hippo talks about the ancestral plane, which is the purple bit what he goes to in Black Panther.
Oh yeah.
And she says, like, she does say something about, like, there's a whole multitude of these planes of consciousness, I think she calls them. So I think it might be and this is the sort broadly in the Discworld novels, it's the same thing. It's basically whatever you think is going to happen to you will happen to you after death. So whatever afterlife you're expecting is probably what will happen. And there's all these different afterlives.
Yeah, see, I like that. I like that explanation. That it's like if you believe in the thing, then that's the thing. Yeah.
His second question. Also, considering it is possible that the Emperor in 40k is only so powerful because the Orcs think he is, does that mean that if they're trying to eradicate the Greenskins, the Imperium is going to destroy itself?
Yeah, I have heard this as a theory before.
Yeah.
Well, he's alive through the fear of his enemies.
Yeah.
Well, so there's this thing with the Orcs specifically in 40k that their like psychic powers manifest, and basically if they believe in something, it becomes real, and that's like how their ramshackle piece of shit contraptions and things actually work. And like there's some stories in which like they've recovered weapons from dead orcs, and it's just like a tin can with a trigger strapped to the side, but when they were fighting them, it worked as an actual gun, things like that. But I think that's a bit of a fringe theory in the 40k canon.
But it's true though that if that was the case, that then if they wiped out the orcs, then they're wiping themselves out as well. But then in the apocalyptic darkness of the far future, or whatever it fucking says,
You know what it is.
in the
In the grim darkness of the far future. Come on, Daniel. Jeez.
grim dark, of course, fucking yeah. In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. So yeah.
Yeah.
But also the orcs exponentially procreate, don't they? They just more and more of them appear until it reaches a critical mass, and then they go on a war.
Yeah, like whenever you kill one, it gives off billions of like orc spores.
So
They've done a very good job of
war,
setting
isn't
up the universe to be absolutely stagnant, like nothing changes. Nobody will ever win, nobody will ever lose. And then they have now started very slowly introducing some stuff that could actually change that.
Very slowly.
But like they're not going to actually kill the Emperor or anything, are they?
Well, the Emperor's. I've always thought the Emperor was kind of dead anyway.
He is dead, but he's in the war.
But so it's the story it'll be like when the Golden Throne fails, because for the last 20 or 30 years in the stories they've been talking about how the mechanisms that keep the Golden Throne going are failing and nobody knows how to fix them because the Emperor was the only person who knew how it worked. So and when it fails, it's either going to be like chaos will just take over everything, or the Emperor will reincarnate in a physical form.
They've got like another 4 rule books before that happens anyway. So
I think it'll
right.
be the same as Warhammer Fantasy. It will only happen when
they stop making money.
They stop making any money on it, and nobody's playing it, and nobody talks about Space Marines, and the whole thing's in the absolute shitter. And then they'd be like Age of Sigmar for the whole thing.
Age of the Emperor, though, wouldn't it, or something like
basically.
that? So,
So if you want to know what's going to happen with the Emperor, don't buy anything 40k related for about 10 years.
Yeah.
Until they get so desperate that they have to completely reboot the entire thing.
Yeah, agreed.
I think my favourite idea about the throne failing and no one knowing how to fix it is because they're so blinded by their faith in the Emperor that they actually, it's a holy relic to them, so they actually consider interfering or inspecting to be a blasphemous thing to do. So actually, if any one of their technicians just gave it a cursory look over, there's this kind of theory that they could probably fix it like quite easily if they were just allowed to go inside and have a look.
You're not gonna be like, well, I'll just try like yanking this out and plugging it back in again when that could bring about the end of the universe.
Yeah, just the Emperor's life.
Emperor, did you not update this? Oh, that's all it needed. All he needed was
some
an
of these
update.
tech priests going, and this is why I know it's boring, but this is why thorough documentation is absolutely vital.
Technical talks. Some avid technical writer with a biro that leaks ink into his pocket, like going, seriously, I could have this done, in hours.
I'm just saying that fiber optics would actually work out financially beneficial, Emperor. Maybe one fewer Land Raider and just get this instead.
If we switch to BT Cellnet, then I mean, honestly, two thirds cheaper the bills. Yeah. Just saying.
But they've got another 7 or 8 Primarchs that they can resurrect or bring back before.
They brought Rabaul Guilliman back, didn't they?
Yeah, but that was 6 years ago.
Was it?
Yeah, and they're still riding that wave. And there's a whole bunch of them that are still out there. Because it was never very clear in the stories. It was like the whole heresy thing happened, and then a bunch of the Primarchs went, right, I'm off for a wander about. I will see you in 10,000 years.
But you got to look after your chapter. Anyway, see you in 10,000 years.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't. Bye.
It's essentially the year. It's 43,000 or something now, isn't it? It's
and there's still only war.
Yeah.
So moving on. Just a couple of quick points.
Let's do
chat.
some quick.
Jack says Bastet, Black Panther's god is actually an Egyptian god, so it kind of connected. Yeah. And also rumours are that 9th edition is going to be the last, but who knows? Yeah, so they've kind of take a sideways step into the Horus Heresy, haven't they? So we'll see what happens with that and whether that actually works. If it doesn't, then you can bet your ass there'll be a 10th edition of 30k.
We've rebooted the Horus Heresy, and we're going to do 10,000 years of rebooting everything.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Phil says BSG finale related. If Hera is indeed the ancestors of modern humanity, does that mean we're all part Cylon? Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of the point, isn't it? Of
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is no difference between Cylons and humans, essentially. So
except
by that point, yeah.
your spines glow.
Yeah. When
Should have been a bit of a giveaway when they were testing for them. Who's got LEDs down their backbone?
Yeah, what a way to test, though, eh?
Show us your spine. I can't do it. I can't do it when I'm just standing here. I have to do it. I have to do it with you. Really? Yep. I have to prove it by doing Dan.
Just go for it. Let's fucking do it. Yeah.
Do it. See, line up. You right down there, Dan? All good? Yep, good. No, see, it's lighting up now.
I know
just
that
kidding,
my
I'm not a
back
Cylon.
glows red during sexy time.
Who said
There we
that?
go. Jack.
Ah.
Yeah.
I mean, you should probably
go
talk
and-
to
How
me
do
about
you
that.
know that? I don't want to know that, actually. I'm fine not knowing.
Because my bedroom is just mirrors.
The mirrors on this.
Welcome to the mirror world.
Yeah. So yeah, we are indeed all part Cylon.
Excellent. Are there any more quick ones, or should we wrap
One
this
more
up?
quick one. Paul Edge says in Peppa Pig, there's a doctor and a vet. Do they cover each other on the weekends?
Yeah, the presence of a vet in Peppa Pig raises all sorts of horrific questions. They are all animals who apparently own some other animals as pets. That can't be okay.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? But then that happens in Disney as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a similar thing. But, like, the vet is a hamster. She's called Dr. Hamster.
I mean, original
So-
name.
But she only deals with the animals who are pets. Whereas if one of the animals who is not a pet is ill, you go and see Dr. Brown Bear.
He says so. He's just deleted it again. Can't read that.
Oh,
Yeah, it's gone.
But yes,
Oh, well.
I don't think they do cover for each other, but I think only because there's some sort of weird societal caste thing going on here. And, you know, the people that we see in Peppa Pig, the people animals, are like the upper class ones. And there's a whole sub-tier of very repressed animals who are only allowed to be pets.
yeah. It's all a bit weird. I mean, the Queen exists in the Peppa Pig universe.
But if,
Queen
like,
is-
Why?
hamsters and
If there's one
pigs
thing you
and
can
dogs
get
and
rid of a fucking monarchy.
ponies and wolves and mice are all sentient, then surely the animals that they have as pets are sentient. So her poor fucking goldfish is trying to live a full and rich life in that bowl. But it can't because it is one of the pet animals.
There you go.
And, of course, Tiddles the tortoise.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, I think that's everything,
What,
right?
what a note to end on. Thanks very much for watching this latest edition of Searching Questions, which must be nearing, 15, 20 versions of this
70.
format now? 17.
Something like that.
250. Just say numbers.
Yeah, so thank you for watching the 5045th version of Searching Questions.
Second.
Second version of Searching Questions. If you would like to share any of your searching questions or any news, views, and opinions that you want us to know about or cover on the podcast, let us know on our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's at TMTOOH, or in Facebook case, facebook.com/TMTOOH. Yeah, facebook.com. And obviously in our Instagram as well, there is a link in the bio to our Discord server where you can join us and you can talk to us about all sorts of things. It's always usually something going on, so come along and join the conversation. Dan, are there any podcasts that we should be aware of going up?
They're going up this week. Honestly, I'm about 3 episodes behind. I put a couple out last week, and I need to put like another load up this week. So
Excellent. Also, thank you very much for everyone who got involved in the World Cup of Robots.
yes,
Yeah, it's
we're
reaching its
still
terrifying
there.
conclusion.
It's still there, and it's still votable. So go
Tomorrow,
on to
the quarterfinals goes up. Yeah,
So yeah, tomorrow at TMTOOH.
some big names dropping out in the
fucking
the quarterfinals.
Bender. What happened
Yeah,
there?
Bender's out
Unbelievable.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, at TMTOOH on
So
Instagram.
to be honest,
Check
actually, you know what?
Trying
I don't
to
know if
plug
they are
it.
allowed to vote because they've made some stupid decisions so far.
I'll give it one last plug. It's on our Instagram at TMTOOH on the stories. You can vote if you like. Don't let Mr.
Can
Curmudgeon. Yeah, don't let Mr. They shouldn't be allowed to vote. Shouldn't be allowed to vote. Sounds a bit Tory, if you ask me there, Russ.
Saying for
Sounds a bit
some
Tory.
people,
Yeah, some people shouldn't be allowed to vote. Yeah, even if they think they're jolly useful. So, yes, thank you, Russ. And we are going to, I'm going to say goodbye now. So, bye, Russ.
Bye bye.
Bye, Dan.
Laters, Gators.
Bye, Tom. Bye. And on that note, let's cue the music.